Okay, let's carry on. Now we're part 2 of setting up a character rig in Maya. So I'm just going to pull backwards here, and here's our character. If you remember, there he is. Boom, boom. Okay, so what we're going to create now is the IK spine. We're going to add some controls to the spine, both top and bottom. So to achieve this, we need to create what's called an IK spline. I'm just going to turn off these for now so that we can see our spine that we created earlier. And I'm going to come up to skeleton, create IK spline handle options, hit reset and turn off auto parent, turn on root twist mode and close that. And you want to select the one down the bottom, not the actual root, but one up from the root. So here, and then to the top of your spine, which is spine 6 for me. That'll be that one. So I'll be going from here. There we go. And then if I were to actually hide the joints for now, then you can actually see properly. Right click, grab that little line and go control vertex. Now you notice you've got these little pink points. The ones we're interested in, if you grab 2 of those points, the top 2, and we need to create what's called a cluster, deform cluster, creates a little C. Let's call that one our top cluster. And now we'll do exactly the same again for the bottom 2. I'll hit G to repeat. So I'll call this one bottom cluster, hit enter. Whoops, better name that properly. Bottom to bottom. Okay. So now we got, oh, that's better. So we've got a top cluster. If I turn on the, there we go. Great. It's in place. Okay, let's create a couple of controls. So you could come into create, NURBS, primitives, create another circle. So the circle's down the bottom here, scale it up. To place these, I like to have the mesh turned on. So I can get a good indication of the actual size that I require. And I'm going to snap this one to this cluster. So whole V, like that. And I'll call this one our top, whoops, spine control. And what do? We freeze the transforms. I'll hit Control D to duplicate it, hold V to snap it to the bottom cluster. Scale this one out a bit, and I'll call this one bottom spine control, and I'll freeze the transforms. Okay, great. Now I'm actually going to create one more. So I'll Control D, and this will be our root control. Hold V, whoops, snap that down to my root. I'll even go down one more actually, down there. I'll call this one root control, enter, and modify freezer transforms on that one too. So next up, what we need to do is constrain the clusters. So where are we? We have our clusters here, top cluster, parented into this one. And then our bottom cluster be parented to this one. Okay, so we need to select the lower spine control and then the top spine control and shift select your root, so we parent them all to the root, and then hit P on your keyboard, and then they'll all move with the lower root, and these ones will move independently like that. So it's important you grab this one, then that one, shift select the root and hit P to parent them. Now let's address this problem down the bottom here where the root the root joint's not actually moving with our root. So let's address that now. Okay, so to achieve this, what we need to do is select the lower back control, shift select the root joint, and we're going to constrain it, not parent it. So we go constrain, parent constraint options, maintains on, hit apply. Okay, so now that'll all move together. And then finally what we need to do is create a SuperMover. SuperMover is a control that selects everything, that allows us to move everything. So I'll create one more circle. I will simply scale that right out, and I'll name that one SuperMover. And once again, I'll freeze the transforms. I often like to delete the history too. So I've got a SuperMover here, and with that we need to take the body control and we will parent it to the SuperMover. Now finally, what we want to do is actually scale. We need to scale this entire piece. At the moment it's not going to scale properly. We need to scale it properly, so we select the root, and here's the trick. You grab the root first, get rid of that, and you hit Control G, and it groups it to itself, and we're going to call this one skeleton group. Skeleton group, like that. Okay, we've got skeleton group, and now if we select the SuperMover and then the skeleton group in here, and now what we're going to do is do another constraint, but it's going to be a scale constraint. And now you should be able to scale it all. There we go, it's all scaling properly. Fantastic. Okay, that's it guys. If I wanted to now, I could parent the each of my foot controls to my SuperMover. Okay, I'll just do that quickly. There you go. Nice one. Okay guys, that's it for the spine.